Hi. How are you? You guys, please. I know. And I know I know. Okay? I know, and I know you know that I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. The love. Who's Frankie? Hi, you got your one margarita. I'ma show you my word. Give me a two margarita. I'ma send my number. Oh, hi. Hi. Thank you for cooking so fast. Hello. Oh, Chris Farah, hi. I'm awake. Hello. JW. Hey. Tamika, hi. Hello. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm well. Tracy, hi. Okay, guys. So the Super Bowl is over. There's 30 people in this room. Y'all are quick. 30 people in this room after I've been such a naughty girl. I thank you. I thank you. Okay. I'm going to add a very special guest to the room right now. You know her. You love her. Her name is Miss Chris Farah. Hi, Chris.
Hi, I am just putting it in our link in all of the little Facebook groups. So just being a little busy bee behind the scenes. Um, but I'm
Okay.
excited to join and say hi. Sorry, I was literally just typing into the computer.
Yeah.
Hi, bedroom. It's like the girliest bedroom, honey. I had my glasses on, like so
Oh my
happy.
gosh.
Guys, so yeah, basically, I'll tell you right now that we had to do some 90 Day Fiance recaps. And for the podcast Docu Sweeties, I don't know if you guys know that we do a podcast called Docu Sweeties together, where we recap like all the shows that you watch, like 90 Day Fiance season 10. We're doing 90 Day Fiance Single Life. Obviously, season 10 is not going to be on tonight because there is the Super Bowl Taylor Swift's version on. It just ended. I don't know if you heard it. We'll talk about that. But we're also doing some bingeable stuff. So having said that, while we're doing it, I was like, you know what? I do a little stuff on YouTube, and people come to my tube all the time, and it's like, where's Wa? And I was like, I'm gonna make sure that she comes back, so people stop talking to me about it. It's like I'm not like my sister's keeper, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just, what do you want from me? Actually. So the good news is now I gave you what you want. Here she
What do
is.
you want from me? Okay. So,
All right,
how do
Adam.
I do this? Okay, let's
You just talk
remember
streams
how
into
do
the
I do
internet.
this?
Well,
Here it
no,
is.
Chris. What have we
Hold on,
done to
Chris.
this?
Chris, stop. Um, hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated. Welcome to my recap of Super Bowl 58 halftime recap featuring Usher and Her. Thank you guys so much for being here today. If you would like to give your girl a tip, you can. All that information is down below. I'm here today with my friend Chris. And here's my YouTube channel that I haven't posted a video in 9 months. Okay, let me say that I have been putting a lot of my energy towards DocuSweeties because I have a full-time job in which I require to pay my bills. And it is very difficult for me to have more than one extracurricular activity. And so kind of sticking to DocuSweeties and putting all of my energy there has been what I have been doing for the last 9 months, to the detriment of my YouTube channel, just because I couldn't do both and I had to choose. So Seeking Sister Wife is coming back. And as you guys know, that is my jam. So I will be doing Seeking Sister Wife on Just Call Me Wah, because it's my freaking jam. I love it so much. And it's short, so it's easy to watch, and I can just get it done and go about my business. Oh, what a blessing. But thank you guys so much for being here. I love that you guys just jumped in and joined the live and are happy to see me and are like leaving whatever party or activity you've been doing for the Super Bowl. Or maybe you've just been sad and crying because there was no 90 Day Fiance today. But Chris has joined me. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the Super Bowl and we're going to talk about the halftime show. And then I'll give you my ideas if you have not been listening to DocuSweeties. I'll give you a little bit of what is happening in the 9 Day universe. We'll just do a little like whatever. Okay, so for those of you guys who do watch DocuSweeties and maybe you're a patron of our Patreon, which is patreon.com/DocuSweeties, Chris and I have a live reaction of the Super Bowl recorded that will be uploaded. Sorry, whatever. So we have it of the whole Super Bowl, actually. So if you wanted to watch the whole Super Bowl show, you could. But anyway, so we have a live reaction of the halftime show with Usher, just two millennials living their best life. And one thing I will say is that I feel like the last couple of years of the Super Bowl have been specifically geared towards millennials, and they have not stopped. They have not stopped. I feel like every artist within the last forever years, like since Beyonce and what's that beautiful brown man? What's his name? Bruno Mars. Since they did their thing, right? Like they have just continuously given us like millennial work, except for maybe what is that Coldplay? I didn't understand that one. That wasn't my jam, but maybe it was your jam. So anywho, Chris, overall, what did you think?
Just to make sure, of the halftime show or of the whole entire Super Bowl?
Of the halftime show.
You know what? I really enjoyed Caught Up being so prevalent in it because it's such a great jam for me. And I just like, I really like it so much. I don't think that he liked it as much. Like I didn't realize that he liked it that much. And I'm so happy that he likes it so much. Because I just also read this other thing, how he really hated Yeah. Like he, like got pitched the song or whatever. And it was like, go to the club with my homies, get a little VIP down on the low key or whatever. And he supposedly like hated the lyrics, was just like, this is the dumbest, stupidest shit ever. And then like basically was forced to record the song, like fucking record it, and then did. And then like they made him release it ahead of Burn, like, and it's just like a huge hit, And also, yeah, the Yin Yang Twins weren't there, but Lil Jon was there. And listen, you have to understand something, people on this channel, that Wahama and I have had a very storied relationship over the years. And you would be like amiss to not think that there haven't been celebrities along the way, the dead bodies, the casualties. You wouldn't even know. You couldn't even assume. But one dead body casualty is one time that we did a Funny or Die video with Lil Jon.
Remember Funny or Die? Maybe you don't. Don't worry. If you're not from LA and specifically that during that time when Will Ferrell tried to like get in front of the internet game and he was a part of funnyordie.com, which was a website and like whatever that just did comedic shows on YouTube or comedic skits or whatnot on YouTube. And one of those was Little John something. And Chris is the plug, right? So her friends are always doing amazing things in Hollywood. She had a friend who was a writer on Funny or Die and was like, we need hot girls. And so obviously we showed up. And it was this scene.
Michelle. Was it Michelle?
Yeah, it was me and Michelle. And all it is like, I remember the exact dress I wore, which is the dress that I usually wore as like a tunic because your girl wasn't in the streets like that and I'm tall. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to wear pants with it this time because it's an actual dress. It just was too short. And so I like put on some heels. And then our thing was to like walk past him and have this other man who you would recognize him maybe in like the early the 2010s, you would recognize him, and he did a lot of commercial work, and so he was like turning into Little John at the airport. I think it was called Little John at the Airport, actually.
Will McCormick. Are you describing Will McCormick? Yeah, he was in. Oh,
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. I don't know his name.
Okay,
I don't know that man's name. So anyways, we met Little John, and so now it's like a thing where it's like he came up to us and we didn't say anything to him because we didn't know how he was going to be, because he's like, yeah. And he literally put his hand out to me and he was like, hi, my name is John. in his regular ass American voice. And I was shocked. I don't know why I thought he would scream at me. But it was so poignant. He was like, "Hi, my name is John." And we're like, "Hi, hi, John." No, no,
Mhm,
Lil. Hi, Mr. John.
mhm.
First name Lil. So, anyways, that happened in our lives.
And he has sunglasses on all the time, and then sometimes you can, but when he doesn't have sunglasses on, you would never, ever believe it.
Yeah,
He looks
never. I
like
mean,
like sunglasses. I guess it's only because like sunglasses are considered like a, whatever, like a what is it? Is it a costume or no, like a
accessory,
this no, sorry. They're considered
disguise,
in guys.
disguise.
But for me, I feel like if you saw me in sunglasses, you'd be like, "There's Chris in sunglasses." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have
Mhm.
any my demeanor cannot be taken down by sunglasses. Like, I don't care if they're the biggest sunglasses, the bigger, the more Chris Farah looks like Chris Farah in the sunglasses, which is funny to me. There's just not a world in which I would assume I would look that different in sunglasses. Lil Jon looks so different without sunglasses and with sunglasses that I mean, it's like
Yeah,
I've
and
chosen that
he
was comedic effect.
he wasn't lecherous at all. He was not weird and like normally when you meet these Hollywood guys, they love young girls and they love the attention from young girls. So no matter if they're married or what's going on with their life, they will flirt with the extras or whoever they find to be. This man was so kind.
Didn't his friend get your number or something like that? Or doesn't that kind of like we had like some text like because he had a friend
To a
there.
party?
Like, doesn't that sound like but it wasn't him, it was
Yeah, it wasn't
his
him. He didn't
bodyguard, his body. I don't remember, like, something like that
he
happened?
he only came with like one or two guys and he
I
had so much cash and chains on him. Because
because
the part of the bit was him having a bunch of chains and cash, like, going through airport security. He literally came with that shit. It was just yeah, I do remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
I'll
let's
make a note
talk
of
about the halftime show. Go ahead. So in the we
it.
begin with Usher on the grass, okay? We begin with Usher on the grass. He is wearing what feels like too many clothing. Like he's got a lot going on. It's a white jacket with some silver underneath and some white pants, and it is Vegas showgirls. Okay. And we're like, oh my God, this is like Cirque du Soleil. People are flipping, they're inverted, they're doing all kinds of stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then he's singing Caught Up, and it's all that beginning part of the music video. So it's like it works in Vegas. And then, hi, Dedria. Then we get him, and I'm like, he's still on the grass. He's like trying to like do his like Michael Jackson side shimmy on the grass. I was like, this is hard to do. And the notes are a little weird in the beginning, right? It's like is he going to sing? But that background track was doing a lot of singing for him, which I appreciated because Usher wanted to dance. Usher
Yes.
wanted to dance.
Yes, and we want to dance with Usher. But it's very hard to do a whole halftime show. There's so much involved. And it's like, if you are a triple threat where people expect on par fucking vocals and on par dance moves, with Usher, you do. With Beyonce, you do. With Lady Gaga, you do. I'm not saying Lady Gaga is the best dancer in the world, but she's good enough that like she's a great singer that like you need it both. And Usher knows that too. So it's like I think that we could have started with him vocally really strong and a little less movement in the beginning to make like a really powerful visual moment and then have like more definitive like kind of like segments we go into when we're this beginning part on the grass feels a little muddy and caught up happens here too and it's a little bit of a mishmash. It feels like all of this takes us to uh what would be our first guest or special guest.
Who was oh, it was Jermaine Dupri in that dumbass outfit.
What was? I was like, wait, I thought Alicia Keys was.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I remember Jermaine Dupri, me being like, this is the first, yeah. So anywho, so yes, he was a little shaky. He finally gets on a stage where the man can actually like dance and do stuff. And then we pan to what I just said his name. What's his
Jermaine
name?
Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri. And somebody convinced this man to wear this British schoolboy boarding school outfit with them chunky ass socks and penny loafers. Now, penny loafers are back for the spring. Okay. It's a thing for women right now to get a nice penny loafer, which I was considering purchasing because I've had them and I threw them away, but I can get more. I can buy them again. Okay. And so everyone thought he was CeeLo Green. Chris thought he was CeeLo Green. I went on Instagram and I was looking at my Instagram feed and like Twitter. Everyone was like, I thought that was CeeLo Green. I thought that's what it was. I'm like, you guys, nobody is gonna be with CeeLo Green. He got in trouble for sexual harassment or sexual assault, SA, trigger warning. And that man's not seeing the light of day, not nary again.
I know he had such a good voice. Remember the good days? He has a horrible personality.
Town with the girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, but then he had that other like dance song with the group. Remember?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he has that dance song with the group, and someone in this 40. Okay, tell me you guys know what I'm talking about. He sings the vocals of like how like Discourse was like Sam Smith did the Discourse song, and then like that's that hot song.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, CeeLo has that with the other group. You guys will tell me what that is. Anyway, God bless. Yes, I thought it was CeeLo, and I thought that was the rational choice. So when I thought it was like, don't say it out loud, don't say it out loud, and then I said it out loud, and thank God you like somewhat validated me. And so to be here in the chat and to have someone say it is like truly like, oh my God, yeah. I for some reason thought that I was really off base. Crazy with Danger Mouse. Oh yes, thank you. I'm in a crazy.
Oh, yeah. That crazy. Yeah. Okay. So, anywho, so he does that. He comes out and he's like, sure, you true player for real. That's for real. Situation will arise. Okay, so we have that, right? And then he's doing more dancing up there. And finally he takes off at least the white coat. And so now we have a scratchy, like silver situation underneath it. And the whole time we just want him to take that off too, because it looks uncomfortable to him. And Chris made a very poignant point. She said before the Super Bowl, wouldn't not be great if we had some throwbacks to the viral moments of Usher in the world, like watch this, yeah, right. So we were kind of looking out for that, but it didn't come in with watch this. It came in with it's 7:00. What is Usher doing? And then he's standing on the stage, and then the clock is on the ground, and it's like 7:00 on the dot. And I was into that. That was really, really quite beautiful. And then he was by himself, and then all of a sudden we're like Alicia Keys. Now I thought Alicia Keys looked beautiful. I thought the red piano, the monochromatic of the red, everything from head to toe. It was polished, it was classy, and I will give her props. Not for the singing, for actually when she walks backwards from him and they're dancing, she's walking backwards down a little decline. And I was like, okay, good for you. Those shoes must have a good sole. They must have a good rubber sole on them so that you did not fall backwards.
Yeah, there's a lot of great female musicians playing their instruments on stage, and I'm happy that Alicia can play the keys. Play the piano. Her last name is Keys. She can play her last name. And her outfit to me was beautiful, and also gave me a note of Britney, as a red onesie does often, because of oops, I did it again. I'm not saying that Britney was the first, but I'm just saying that sometimes it makes me think of that, and this made me think of that. And I'm not alone. I think of things all the time that looks like other things. Remember when I said the CeeLo thing? We all remember that. But yeah, so here's the thing. He starts to like really also showcase like he is an amazing dancer, and he like he can slide all over the place. Like there is something truly breathtaking about a person that can like do that slide move. Like Sierra can do it, you know, like Chris Brown can do it, you know, like a lot of people can do it. Usher can do it. When Sierra does it, it's like bananas crazy. Like I want do you think I could learn how to do that still at my age?
I think you can learn to do anything.
Like a YouTube like, do you think that if I, like, spent, like, 3 days with YouTube videos, I could, like, isolate how to do, like, a mild slide like that? And if I could, would I not blow up a dance floor for the rest of my life by, like and by blow up a dance floor, I mean, like, going on a dance floor and blowing people's minds, the fact that I could do that?
Yeah, because I was like, "What do you mean? Are you gonna poop
I
and
know.
it's
I
gonna
thought
blow it
that
up?"
I know, I
Also, here's what also I don't think you could do it in 3 days. I think it's gonna take a lot longer than that, but I do have faith in you. Okay, next, which is good to know that your attention span is only 3 days. You're
what, for
for
physical
dance moves, you're like,
3
"Only
days
I'm
for
only gonna
what?
Yeah, Chris, you think you
For
can learn that? You know, girl, you need to give yourself months. But 3
not
days is
like
like is your like maximum of like the most amount of time you'd be able to do anything. She's flexible, y'all. Okay. I did want to say that Usher was grabbing on Alicia Keys' hips a lot, like she wasn't a married woman. That's all I'm saying.
there is a great Instagram post that after I said all of that, I literally wait, I sent it to you. I think Hyper Bay did it or something like that, or Hype Bay did it. But like, yes, there's all these like you can I sent it to you on Instagram. But like there's all these hilarious zooms ins on his face and like the zooms on the touching or whatever. Yeah, like Swiss Beats, you know, like she's been married, you know what I'm saying? Like she's been a whole wife, you know, like they're not booze, you know, like
Yeah,
even
she
they
then
always
took some she took that man apparently allegedly from his wife. So
don't.
um
Oh, you know that too? I know, it's such a messy situation. She's like the Chloe. She's, you know, like, you know, it's like she you get
Yeah, but,
you
like, I don't know them people's relationship, you know what I mean? Like, I've you know, the I don't I listen, I'm on her side.
you don't know that?
I don't know what that man Swiss Beats' first wife and him I don't know what their risk situation was, if they was living separately and they're technically married, you know what I mean? So
Oh,
what?
sorry.
Hear
This
me.
part was bananas.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah, okay, okay.
So, then we move on and from Alicia Keys, and
Yes.
he goes to center stage again, and we start to hear a song. He's singing that song. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's a guitar solo though, right? Because after that, her walks up. And listen, I don't really know what her looks like, but I know any woman comes out with some sunglasses on, it's most likely her. So her comes out and kills it on the guitar. I mean, she just comes in like Prince and just like sometimes these artists really shock me and I just wish that Prince were still alive so that I could know for sure that he worked with them. Like I would love like we got a Janelle Monáe Prince collab, but I would
Yes,
love a little collab with every artist that Prince has been like, "Hey, come to Paisley Park. I think you're talented." You know what I
yes.
mean? Like in a because Prince did that in a way that Michael Jackson, at least notoriety wise, never did. Prince seemed like musicality wise and people who could actually play instruments or sing really well. He was always like, "Come here." I mean, rumor has it that he wrote "Single Ladies" for Beyonce. Don't know that to be true, but that's the word on the street. So like, he really I just wish that he was alive to do some things with people because I just feel like he would have loved that. Anyways, so she comes out and she like gets on her knees, mama, starts to do it. She's wearing moon boots and she's wearing a weird outfit. And then all of a sudden she's on stage and then some girls come out in roller skates, girl. The girls come
Oh,
out in roller skates and do splits, booty to the camera
uh,
splits.
gasp, mouth gasp. Like, you know, I think yeah, it was like, you know, one of those fan kick into down splits, you know, where you're just like it really is like a slide, like one of those things that really just takes your breath away, you know, like
Mhm.
it's a period. Like if I could do
Yes.
that on the dance floor, like it would be like I would rule the world. I mean, like, what could you say to me? You know, there's no saying anything. You can't tell me nothing.
Yes. So
By the way,
then
everyone thought her, speak of can't tell me nothing, everyone low key thought her looked like old Northwest, like an older Northwest.
oh, mm,
She came out with those glasses, honey, and that like side part. It kind of looked like, is Northwest now like, you know, 19 and knows how to play the guitar? But no, it's her. Anyway,
I mean,
not
I
her.
don't even really know. I don't know what Northwest looks like, I'm gonna be honest with you. So I don't be paying attention to people's kids. I think I can't do it. So anyways, so that happened, right? And then it was just like roller skating. So I was like, oh my God, he's gonna do the roller skating trick. That is so great. Because Usher be roller skating, right? We've seen videos of him on the interwebs just roller skating. So we know he does it. So he comes out with an outfit change. But before the outfit change, he actually took his shirt off all the way and was just dancing with no shirt on. And we were very grateful for that. Now, I will say that in the Skims ads, he had more defined abs. In the Skim ads, AD, he had more defined abs, AB. So I don't know if that was filmed a year ago, or shot a year ago, or if he's just been like they just added those abs in there. They just added them abs on that man. Now I'm not saying that his body isn't what it is, but I'm just saying, right? So we have a cool scene where there's like a marching band that comes out, and that marching band, they are in the shape of Usher. They go in a assignment. I don't know, girl. I'm trying to watch Drumline again and see if I know that their placement spells out Usher. I thought that was cute. What'd you think of that?
I like that too, and I love the different orchestration. Like they were getting a lot of brass, sounding instruments. I gotta be better at orchestra stuff. Like it's always really awesome to hear different orchestrations of tunes, because it's like this weird massage of your mind to know how something sounds and then to hear it done differently. Like, this is, so many versions of that. Like obviously every kind of cover can be done like that or whatever. I know that I like Fiona Apple, and there's like this like one group called Struns Out or whatever, and like they're just strings that will do like other full albums of other artists, like beautiful different arrangements. Like, and I love like cellos and like
The
violins.
cello. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, like the emotion that can happen in the tension of string ornaments is like unbelievable sometimes. And so, yeah, like with these big brass ornaments, this big band, like it is just so big and bountiful and fills the stadium. It's one of those weird like audio, like it's an audio magic thing. Like we love these tunes, we get to hear it this way. It's just like it's awesome. So him on these skates again, we'll just say he blew my mind. Like I can't skate, I can't dance as well as him in normal shoes. I can't skate, period. Like he's like moving and stopping in such a way. Like, and it's on national television, and it's like, I don't know. It's just like he really, at one point he fucking slides through what's his face's goddamn legs.
I found out who what's his face was. Okay, that man came out. I didn't know who that was. Okay, and then I went on Instagram again, and they were like, "Oh, that's will.i.am." I said, "Oh, I ain't seen that fool in a minute." Also, I didn't know who that was. Okay, he need to take them sunglasses off. Like, maybe he did go, "Oh my God," so I should have known, and did it again. So I'ma let the beat. That is will.i.am. But let me tell you why I still didn't know who it was. I didn't know who that was.
It's weird. Listen, like, there's many different men on the stage that are wearing sunglasses, and some of them I can know it's them without saying anything, and some of them I don't. But then when Luda comes on, I'm like, Luda, 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 Luda. Like, obviously, I don't like some people are just so unabashedly
Themselves.
Luda is obviously there's a lot of talk when there's going to be a Super Bowl of like who the special guests are. In the catalog of Usher, like no one would make me happier than Luda. Like because I like love Luda as an artist. Like I also just love again the way his voice sounds. Like, no offense to Lil Jon. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's Luda. You know what I'm saying? And I like Alicia Keys and some of her songs. But that's Luda.
Dollface, are you new here? This is the second comment you've put that's been a little like just a little so you need to tell me if you're new here. Do you want to be here? You decide. Okay. So anywho, yeah, so it was great. But John looked so good. John was wearing all black with like a snake or python print and with like cowboy boots. He just looked, this is the first, somebody had mentioned it. They were like, he's used to wearing like baggy, we were used to seeing him like a skinny man in baggy clothing. To see him like evolve from like, and to like this person, but like, and then his dreads were a little blonde. I just thought he looked really good. I just thought he looked really good, and I was really impressed with that.
They all look
So
good.
then,
I mean,
yeah, they all did. He came out in that Superman outfit.
CeeLo looked good when I thought it was CeeLo. Like, I was like, looks like CeeLo, but it looks like he lost some weight.
Not CeeLo looked good. Not CeeLo looked good is what she wanted to say. So anyway, so he comes out, he goes back and he comes out with silver shoes on. Now here's the truth. I was like, this man is breathing a lot. Does he require somebody get this man some water? You know what I mean? It was like, listen, I haven't seen Beyonce live performance in a long time, but I think like what he needs to do is what she does, which is get on a Peloton and sing and ride at the same time. Because I was like, you look tired, my friend. You look tired.
Yeah, I love that one of Beyonce's things that she tells people, like, I think is it Chloe or Chloe or yeah, I don't know if it was one of the Bailey sisters, like, you have to run on a fucking treadmill, just like full out. Yeah, we'll talk about Beyonce. I mean, yeah, do you want to talk about Beyonce now or Beyonce later?
Let's talk about Beyonce a little later. Let's just
Yeah,
finish
but
this.
we'll come back
Okay.
and everyone
Yeah, we'll
don't
come
worry.
back. Don't worry, we already know. So he comes out in the Superman outfit with like chesticles built into it, and is still dancing. He looks great. Like I loved it. I mean, do I wish that they had less songs and maybe sang a song out a little more? Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Just yeah. But that didn't happen, and that's fine. It was only 14 minutes.
What did you want like the most, or what would you have enjoyed more of, or what songs do you feel like he didn't touch upon that would have been sad for you, or like you were sad about?
Um, I think that if he didn't do anything from like You Remind Me, I love the You Remind Me. I love that song. You remind me of a girl that I once knew. Seen your face whenever I look at you. I love that. We missed you too, Frederica. So yeah, so at the end though, when everybody was on the stage jumping, I knew that he was just adding a little extra dubs on it because this fucking stage was quaking. Okay? It was like 15,000 people on stage, and they were all jumping at the same time on that little bitty stage. And the whole time, most of the time, I'm like this. Like that's me most of the time. And so yeah. Dancing
Yes,
hard so
really
loud the
hard.
dogs. Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
you were dancing really hard. I'll be honest, the ending confused me. The ending of the entire thing confused me. So let's just break it down. So it's great. Yeah, happens. Luda comes out. Everyone's happy. All the men are there. Various sunglassed men that we can tell who they are. And some we can, some we can't. They have like kind of like superhero. They're wearing blue, a lot of blue. And we like know that like Luda is ATL, and obviously, like if we or not, maybe you don't know that, but obviously, like, there's just like a little fun representation, if we will, from like a certain area, and that's Atlanta or whatever. And so, yeah, like, everyone's kind of moving, and it's just like on Usher, and he's just like, Usher's from the ATL, and which is true. And I'm like, yep. And I'm like, is something else about to happen? And they're kind of like in an up close. You know why? Because sometimes when the camera gets up close in like a big performance, I think it's to hide whatever the changing of the guard shit that's happening beyond. And then they're going to like open up, and then it's going to be like a whole thing. Now, I wanted Luda, and I got what I wanted. Now, the pop culture person in me knows that like some other artists are associated with Usher. And I knew that one of these artists was in attendance. And so because I knew all of those weird vowels I just said, I low-key was like, is Justin Bieber going to like come on stage with his mentor? And are they going to, as I've mentioned many times, slide across the stage in that way that I like together, and do this kind of like movement dance they did once that everyone on Twitter was like, I hope they redo this again that one time when I don't, I said it to Wah, just like, because everyone was like, this would be great if they redid this. It'd be like, humanity would be saved. It's like this 2012 like little inception part of a dance thing they did. It's so cute. Anyway, so that didn't happen. That's fine. He did a great job. I was really happy. I haven't listened to any of his album, but I have listened to as many snippets as I could of Beyonce's new album that was released on Tidal, but I guess it's now on Spotify, and I'm waiting for
Oh.
it to get Apple Music.
Oh, I have a Spotify. We have a Spotify.
It's 16 Carriages. Carriages. Carriages? Carriages?
Oh, 16 Carriages. That's the
Yeah,
name of the song?
the album. The
Oh.
song I
Oh.
listened to that I really like is called Texas Hold'em.
Oh.
Mhm.
Wait a minute. She just dropped Renaissance, didn't she?
Yeah,
Renaissance is what? 2 years? Or a
too old.
year?
Old now.
Oh,
Old.
wow. Okay.
Giving them
16 Carriages.
Taylor who? She's stepping on our neck.
Okay, so what happened is then after the Super Bowl, we went to a commercial.
Yes.
Okay. And the commercial is Beyonce wearing all red or with like some silver on the belly. And she's like, she does a great performance. And then her I guess, assistant, which is the guy from Veep, or from many things, that man. And he's like the funny like sidekick who can be like straight man, but like comedy straight man. And so he comes in and he's like, you broke the internet. And she's like, well, let's try to break Verizon. So it's a Verizon commercial. And so they've got Beyonce lemonade with a baseball bat, and then that didn't break Verizon, because not the internet. They want to break Verizon. And then they had her singing a sax solo, so she's like Beyonce B or whatever, like Frankie whatever. And then we had her, and then they're like, how can we break the internet? What's the biggest thing we can do? And then she's in space. And then she's in space, like whatever, in a whatever, and then she falls to the ground to break the internet. Did that break the internet? And she's like, no. And then she's like, but a new album drop will. And then it's just like whatever. And then the commercial ends, and everyone is like, what? Did a new album drop? What are you gonna drop this new album? And then all of a sudden, those who have Tidal, because I don't, are just like, thanks, Beyonce, and like having a great time. I said, "Oh, she put that in a commercial. So if you did not pay attention to that commercial, you may not have known that she dropped an album." I mean, you would, obviously, Twitter would have told you, but like she literally said it in a commercial.
He's winning. I'm gonna look at my phone and see what's on Apple. Also, my dad's home. I might have to leave soon. Wait one second.
So
Okay.
like,
Yeah, that's crazy. I want to see if it's on Apple Music. Listen, listen, when Lemonade came out, Daddy's Lessons is probably one of my favorite songs other than that. Even there's a lot of great songs on the like 6-inch heels and stuff like
but
that.
you said she's a country. It's a country album. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
Or did you say that? Sorry.
Lessons, I did. I mean, I don't know if I did, but it is. It's a country album. Texas Hold'em is like a country song, and Daddy's Lessons on Lemonade was definitely country, and it was unbelievable. So
Yeah.
see.
Okay. Besides that, though.
Texas Hold'em is there.
Oh, okay.
Wait, can I play this in your live? I don't know if I can, so I'm not going to do it, I guess.
Oh yeah, don't do stuff. Yeah.
That was the first part of it. See, that I can play that first 6 seconds is very country, though. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did. Okay, I see it on here. 16 Carriages. Okay. I'll listen to that. Let me see what's going on. But yeah, we oh yeah.
Hi. Happy Valentine's Day. Honey,
Lordy
happy
Lord.
fucking great. I'm so
What is
excited.
this like? This is what, her 7th studio album? I mean, just like so many albums, you know?
Yeah, let me just tell you this side note is just this is the dumbest thing I'll always remember for the rest of my life is that in one of the first season of Real Housewives of New Jersey, there's like this like gaudy person named Melissa Gorga or whatever. Like she's Teresa DJ's like sister-in-law. And she's like really whatever jealous of her. She gets on her second season. She's like, my husband Joe wants to support me like in my pop career. So she's like, he built me a studio in my home so I would never have to leave. I always remember this because like bitch didn't have like one song out and whatever, like end up coming out with a song and it was actually not bad or whatever. God bless. But then I thought, God, if I'm Beyonce and I just like had my own place, all this to say, if I'm Beyonce, I had my own place and like could just like wake up in the morning, have my Nespresso and just like walk into a room and just like maybe lay down a track and then be like, oh, I want to I was thinking of last night, that thing over and over again. I'll try it again. I can't imagine the work I could get done.
It's almost like you're like, okay, what if it were me and I just had a black box theater next door? Okay. And I just had a person just to like help me write this play real quick. Like I had a person who was just going to help me.
I
Yeah,
want a
yeah.
production office slash rehearsal space that I could just have
Mhm.
different writers, different producers, different like editors, and me to run in and just have production meetings every morning, and then just have my projects being like made for me, and I can just come in and consult on them all and shoot them whatever, and just like have them doing it for me at the same time. Is that bad?
No, I feel like
Great.
that works for me. Mhm. You have to go?
Yeah. Yeah. But can I
Okay.
say something? Thank you so much for having me. I love you guys so much. Also, thumbs up this video. A little thumbs it up. It really helps, tickle our algorithm. And we're so happy to, give you a little love. But at the same time, if you wouldn't mind just giving us a little free love, it's the form of intimacy that we care about, which is the physical touch of your thumb up our bum. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. All right. So, is she gonna exit? No, she just closed her laptop. Okay. She didn't exit. She just closed the laptop. Okay. So, what else happened after that? It was a pretty riveting game. I voted for the 49ers because I'm from California, but I'm currently in the Midwest. And so I know that the Midwesterners are going to be excited when I get to work. So that's fun for them. But it was a riveting game. That number 10 on the Kansas Chiefs side, I mean, that man is willing to give town and country for his, like, I mean, his neck was in so many different unfortunate positions after he was just like running through people. um what else am I? Oh, 90 Day. Let's move on to some 90 Day tea. Natalie is crazy if you're watching Single Life. Tirade is really hard for me to watch. He makes me uncomfortable. Because like I just can't, his awkward laugh, and like just how uncomfortable he is on TV. Like it just looks too much. Tim, why are Tim and Veronica on this show? Shouldn't it be one or the other? I don't know. So there's that. And then Gino and Jasmine, okay. I cannot stand Nikki and Justin. Like watching them be on 90 Day Fiance when they are before the 90 days is really bothersome for me. They are before the 90 days. They are not 90 Day Fiance. Why do we have to have them on this season? I don't understand. Um, yeah. Have you guys been following us on DocuSweeties? I hope you have been. I don't want to take up too much of your time. We've been on for 45 minutes already. And it's late for me. I gotta go shreeps. Shreepy. Nice to see you too, Rosemary. Um, let's see. What else? There was something else that I wanted to say about this show. Super Bowl, that is. I don't remember. I'm really enjoying Debbie on Single Life. I just enjoy her in general. I think she's like fun and light, and she wears fabulous outfits. And Single Life is great because it's only an hour show or whatever. It's not as long as regular 90 Day Fiance. Thank God, thank God, thank God. Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup is still the same. The fact that Quaylan and what's her face are getting married is like crazy to me. And we didn't even get to see the wedding before the series finale. So did the wedding even happen? Isn't that crazy? Why didn't we get to see that wedding before there was a series finale? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Tyree makes me uncomfortable. And I think that's it. I hope you guys are here for Seeking Sister Wife. It starts in March. I will do my best to come and be live with you guys more often. I do miss you. I do miss our chats. I missed everything about it. And it's not hard for me to set this thing up and just do it. You're right. Just sometimes I'd be so tired. I just want to go to sleepy poos. And then I've already talked about it on the podcast. I just be so tired. You gotta, I already didn't prep for today. That's not your fault. That's my fault. But there's a lot going on. Or maybe I'm in some kind of low grade depression. That might be it too. Also, that definitely has something to do with it, because I can't talk to you guys about what's bothering me. So it's hard to kind of put myself out there without being able to say like what's bothering me. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just hard to give. I'm giving to people all the time. I will be in the front row waiting. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Soraya. Um, I love that it's reality TV. I love that. Okay. That's it. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll have to get together what I normally say at the end of these because I don't know. But I hope you guys have a fantastic week. And thank you for still being on my YouTube channel. Thank you for still being on my Instagram. But y'all have a fantastic one. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. Jumping the line, rock your body on time. Okay, I believe you. Jumping the line, rock your body on time. Shake, shake,